So last week I made a video reacting to Switch 2 hate comments, and you guys seem to be enjoying it because you were commenting your opinions on it. And since I really enjoyed reading those comments and you guys seem to enjoy watching my video, I decided to do it again. So I pulled 5 more comments from Nintendo's official YouTube channel and one from my own channel, and today I'm going to be reacting to them. Now, before we get started, I would appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel and like the video. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, and you subscribing would really help, and then liking the video will help get it out to more people. I also want to make a quick disclaimer. Again, I am not defending Nintendo. These comments I found are like some of the worst, or ones that are made without doing further research on the Switch 2. Again, I don't agree that Nintendo is doing everything right. I don't like the price of Mario Kart World. But there are reasons why I can't be mad at everything that they're doing. This video is basically me debunking haters' comments who didn't really do research, rather than me talking about what Nintendo is or isn't doing right. So with that in mind, enjoy the video. So this first comment that I found on the Mario Kart World Direct says, "To be honest, this kinda looks like one of those games that seems amazing but actually turns out to be too much and confusing and makes you want to stick with the original Mario Kart games where it was a lot more basic and simple. Also, I never plan on spending $80 on a game anyway." So my first thoughts when I read this is not really that the $80 price tag, it's really that this game looks great. It doesn't look complicated, but you might just not know details about it or might not be paying attention. I think the open world concept looks great. You know, they showed like gameplay in the game chat mode in the trailers, and it seemed like the people were able to figure it out. Like, it doesn't look confusing, the open world concept. I like the idea of the knockout tour. That's a brand new mode. The Grand Prix driving from track to track, you know, that could be a little boring. But for versus mode, you can turn that off and just do traditional races where you are automatically transported to the next track. So I don't think it looks bad at all. I think it's pretty straightforward what Nintendo is doing here. They're just making an open world Mario Kart. So this next comment says, "Thank you for proving that this game isn't worth $80 and that we can stick with Mario Kart 8. So right off the bat, again, Nintendo said this in the Switch 2 Direct. This is one of the only things that they really went into detail about, like the logistics of Switch 2, is that there's a Mario Kart World bundle where you can get the Mario Kart World game for $50. Now, they didn't say that in the Direct, but you could go to the website and see the price. It's not $80, and I know that this is going to be a popular option. Nintendo has already been preparing a lot more bundles than the regular Switch 2s. I didn't go to GameStop personally to pre-order, but I know that they had about double the Mario Kart World bundles as they did like the regular Switch 2s. So Nintendo clearly anticipated that people were going to want to get that bundle. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if the price of the game in the bundle being $50 was the reason why Mario Kart World is $80, because this game had to have been expensive to develop. So when you're giving this game away for $50 to most people who are going to buy a Switch 2 and probably are going to buy that at launch anyway, you know, they're gonna lose a lot or maybe not profit as much. So the $80 price tag is probably so that they can make back ground that they lost originally. But personally, I pre-ordered the regular Switch 2. I did not get the Mario Kart World bundle because it was easier for me to get the regular Switch 2. Again, pre-orders were very chaotic, so you just took what you can get. I don't have a problem with paying $80 for it, for the physical version, because I am a physical gamer. I was kind of hesitant about buying the bundle in the first place, because I really like having that physical game where you can pop it in. No guys, this isn't the game key card. The first party games don't use that, so there's nothing to worry about. But personally, it's more worth it to me to have the physical games, because again, you don't truly own digital copies. But that's besides the point of this comment. My point is that you can get the game for $50. The next comment's a very quick one. It just says, "It's me." That's improper spelling. I think they meant to say, is it just me? Or Mario Kart 8 looks more polished and a little better, skull emoji. So, you don't have the game in your hands yet, so you don't even know what it looks like. When it's running on the console, it's going to look better than the trailers, depending on how your internet is. You might not even see the best that it looks, but your console is programmed to, run these games. It's optimized. So your computer might not be showing you the best picture that the game has to offer, but the game actually might look better. So we shouldn't be judging the graphics until we actually get the game, but on my end, the game looks very crisp, and like you couldn't even see the pixels almost. So I don't know what this user is talking about, because the game looked great to me. Maybe they just have poor internet, or YouTube's only showing them like 720p or 1080p. I don't know what's going on, but the game looks great to me. I think it looks better than Mario Kart 8. This fourth comment's just kind of a funny comment. It's not really a serious one. I don't know. I think they got this mixed up with the live chat on the Nintendo Treehouse streams, because apparently they thought that commenting was the right thing to do. It looks like they liked their own comment over and over, but they said drop the price over and over. And I even saw this comment further down, but this is all I could get into one frame. Yeah, it's like, come on. This isn't going to do anything. Nintendo has set their prices. And again, I don't think that the prices are horrible, especially for the console. Now, if you're paying $80 for Mario Kart World, I get it. That's expensive. That's a high price, and a lot of people might not see the justification in that price. But if you can do it, then you should probably buy the Mario Kart World Switch 2 bundle and save money on that game. It's an alternative option, and you're probably going to buy that game soon anyway. It's a very popular IP that Nintendo has, so you can just buy that bundle. It's not that much of a problem. It shouldn't be, at least. The final comment, this is another shorter one. It says, "I can't believe this game is $80. Well, you're gonna have to look at the website and look at the price, because that's what it says. But again, guys, in 2023, Tears of the Kingdom came out at $70. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And we should have all expected that Nintendo was headed this route. But, everybody's saying vote with your wallet, but they weren't then. Why didn't they do that then if they were so concerned about this pricing trend? No, they bought it anyway. And, Zelda's a good IP. It's definitely worth the price. It's such a big game, but, for most people, it should have been like, wait, this is signaling at an upward pricing trend for Nintendo. We shouldn't buy it. But they did anyway. And, Nintendo has put Tears of the Kingdom on sale. Like, for Black Friday, I bought it for my brother. I bought Tears of the Kingdom for $30. So they do put things on sale for Black Friday and things like that. Nintendo does put games on sale, or at least other retailers. You can get games for cheaper. You just have to wait. So if the pricing is such a concern for you, you can wait till a major shopping holiday like Black Friday. And then finally, this comment came from my video, and it said, Nintendo shouldn't get any leeway. So I would like to know why, honestly, over one price. Again, DK Bonanza is $70. It's not $80. Not all games are going to be this price. People are just making assumptions. They're probably going to make price cuts, or the pricing of this game is probably not going to pop up as much as you think. Again, Mario Kart World is going to be a big game. It's following up like a 70 million copy game, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Well, I think Mario Kart 8 all time, because I think that number includes the Wii U sales. But this sequel is like following up one of Nintendo's biggest games, one of the biggest games ever. on only one console. It's making history, honestly. Well, two consoles, but I think it sold like 60 million on the Switch. That's big. Right there, just on one console. You know, you got games like Minecraft um that's been on multiple consoles, and what, I think it was like 200 million, 300 million copies it sold, but it's been around for a while. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a huge deal for Nintendo. They made so much money off of this game. So, of course, they're going to follow it up with something huge. So, I don't expect most games to be $80. I think just the very best one, or the very best ones, are going to be that price. The ones that, you know, people will actually buy at that price. Let's be honest, most of the people who are hate commenting this are probably going to buy the game. Whether it's in the bundle or they're going to buy it, you know, separately, maybe, I don't know. But a lot of people are going to buy the game, so I don't think that you should be talking the talk unless you walk the walk. But I think that Nintendo gets kind of a pass here. I'm not giving them a full pass, because again, they could have made this game $70, and people would have been perfectly happy. But it's like, at that point, we're just fighting over $10. It's not worth fighting over to me. Well, that's gonna do it for today's video. Do you hate me for having such a controversial opinion? Leave a comment down below and maybe I can make another sequel. I'd appreciate all the hate comments. But anyway, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and have a great day.